Good afternoon and welcome to the Asian Midday Market Watch. Now, first, before we take a look at various markets across the region, let's take a look at how the cryptocurrency markets are performing right now. We've got Bitcoin, which is below its 50,000 mark. It's 49,506. It's down 1.57%. Ethereum is at 3,337.43. It's down 0.25%. Theta is at 1 and it is down 0.04%. Cardano is at 2.883. It is up 0.37%. Now, looking across to regional markets, we've got a sea of green. The Nikkei is at 27,757.24. It's up 0.96%. The Shanghai Composite is at 3,511.97. It's up 1%. The Hang Seng is at 25,501.75. It's up 1.56%. The ASX 200 is at 7,508.60. It is up 0.25%. The Kospi is at 3,125.81. It's up 1.15%. Closer to home, in Malaysia, it is the FBM KLCR is at 1,543. It's up 1.37%. And rounding up the numbers, we've got the SGX Straits Times Index, which is at 3,108.34. Now, that's up 0.65%. So across the Asia Pacific region, this morning, the shares largely rose after the Nasdaq Composite jumped to a record closing high yesterday after the US Food and Drug Administration's full approval of Pfizer and BioNTech's COVID-19 vaccine. Now, Reuters has also reported that the US Securities and Exchange Commission has begun issuing new disclosure requirements for Chinese firms who are looking to list in New York. Now, this is as part of a push to raise investor awareness of the risk involved. Now, over in the House of Representatives in the US has scrapped a planned vote to advance two key economic bills as the centrist Democrats and party leaders have failed to break a stalemate over how to proceed with President Joe Biden's sprawling economic agenda. Now, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has pushed to pass a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill and her party's separate $3.5 trillion spending plan at the same time. The process could take months. Now, as the House needs to join the Senate in passing a budget resolution before lawmakers write a final proposal. Now, let's take a look at how currencies on oil are performing. Now, the dollar is licking its wounds after its sharpest one-day fall since May, now which in turn spurred a 5% rally in oil prices yesterday. Now, the US dollar index, which tracks the greenback against a basket of its peers, was at 93.033, following a recent slip from above 93.2. The Japanese yen traded at 109.73 per dollar, stronger than levels above 110 seen against the greenback yesterday. The Australian dollar changed hands at 72.1 cents, still off levels of 72.9 cents seen last week. Now, oil prices rose with the international benchmark Brent crude futures up 0.25% to $68.92 per barrel. Now, the US crude futures advanced 0.21% to $65.78 a barrel. Now, if we look at what analysts have had to say across the region, let's first take a look at what ANZ analysts have said. Now, ANZ analysts pointed to growing expectation of a deceleration of global activities will in turn act as a restraint on the central bank's intentions to start dialing back on monetary stimulus in the near term. Now, let's take a look and see what are the top stock picks for September 2021 as identified by Investopedia. Now, if we look at the best value tech stocks, we have CDK Global Inc., which is currently at $41.63. and has a 12-month trading PE ratio of only 5 times. HP Inc. is at $28.22. It has a trading PE of only 10 times. Arrow Electronics Inc. has a trading PE of only 10.5 times. Intel Corporation, 12-month trading PE of only 11.7 times. And Cinex Corporation with a trailing PE of 12.1 times only. Now, if we look at the fastest growing tech stocks in the US, we've got Zoom Video Communications, which has earnings per share of 722.2, which is a growth, and the revenue growth is in fact 191.4%. Now, Fidelity National Information Services has a revenue growth of 17.3%. CDK Global 1.6%, Advanced Micro Devices 99.3% revenue growth, and rounding up the numbers, we've got Nvidia, which has 63.3% revenue growth. Now that's it for BizTech's Asian Midday Market Watch. I'm Brian Fernandez. Check out www.biztech.asia for business and technology conversations. Please also like and subscribe our various platforms. Thanks for tuning in.